is used in conjunction with it when the boat is in the surface position. The submarine also received 8 Mk2 launchers designed for acoustic jamming and the ANWLY-1 hydroacoustic countermeasure station. The main purpose of this station is automatic detection, classification, and subsequent tracking of attacking torpedoes and signaling the use of hydroacoustic countermeasures. As we've already said, the nuclear-powered submarine Florida is armed with 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles. At the same time, 22 of the 24 available silos have been modernized for vertical launch of cruise missiles. Each of these silos can accommodate 7 Tomahawk cruise missiles. At the same time, the 2 silos closest to the deckhouse were equipped with airlocks, ASDS mini-submarines or DDS modules designed to allow combat swimmers to exit while the boats in an underwater position can dock to these chambers. These facilities can be installed on the boat either together or separately, not more than 2 in total. At the same time, their installation partially blocks the cruise missile silos. For example, each ASDS mini-submarine blocks 3 silos at once, while the shorter DDS module blocks 2. As part of a special operations unit, i.e. SEALs or Marines, the boat can additionally transport up to 66 people, and in the case of a short-term operation, the number of paratroopers on board the boat can be increased to 102 people. The number of crew is 155 people, including 140 sailors and 15 officers. The operating diving depth is 365 meters or 1,200 feet, and the ultimate depth is 550 meters or 1,800 feet. Florida is the only one of the Ohio-class submarines that's participated in combat operations with corresponding missile launches. In 2011, the boat fired 90 Tomahawk missiles at air defense targets and facilities in Libya as part of the joint U.S.-UK Navy Operation Dawn Odyssey. So still, why is this nuclear submarine in the Persian Gulf? It's not to hit Gaza with Tomahawks. Israeli air power is sufficient for that. The White House said that the United States sent a nuclear submarine to the Middle East to ensure the safety of the U.S. military. This was stated by the coordinator for strategic communications in the National Security Council of the White House, John Kirby. The official also said that the U.S. will continue to send a strong deterrent signal to any party to the conflict that thinks about escalating or deepening the conflict. And it's in these last words, in our opinion, that the main purpose of Florida's presence in the conflict zone lies. It's a deterrent signal. To whom? What does the U.S. mean by any party to the conflict that would consider escalating or deepening the conflict? Of course, it's Iran, a longtime and principled enemy of Israel and perhaps Russia. Putin's desire to further stoke the fires of war in the Middle East to further distract the U.S. from helping Ukraine is understandable and logical. Of course, Russia will not directly intervene in the conflict. There's Iran and its proxies in the form of Hamas and Hezbollah for that, but it can send its weapons to the region. Iran is sending its weapons in the form of Shahed drones that hit Ukraine's infrastructure. And not only does it send these Shaheds, it also has given Russia the technology to manufacture them. And now in Russia, a factory for their manufacture is being built at a rapid pace near Kazan. So why can't Russia in return transfer to the Persians the technology of manufacturing its hypersonic missiles, Kizai and Zircon? By the way, recently Iranian leaders have already announced that they have a hypersonic missile. Now imagine that with such a missile, Iran would hit an Israeli nuclear center. It would be a disaster for the Jewish state, given its tiny size, only 470 kilometers or 290 miles long and only 135 kilometers or 85 miles wide. The country's area is 22,145 square kilometers, or 8,550 square miles. That's like 3 New York cities, or like the state of Utah. The area of the Chernobyl zone in Ukraine, formed after the Chernobyl nuclear power plant accident and uninhabitable, is 2,600 square kilometers, or 1,000 square miles. But it was one nuclear reactor that exploded, and the Israeli nuclear center probably contains atomic weapons. So the contamination could cover all or almost all of Israel. Again, it would be a disaster. And not only for Israel, but for the whole world. Then a nuclear war would break out, and to cool down the ardor of Iran and Russia, Florida, with 154 Tomahawks, is in the Persian Gulf. And one final touch. At the beginning of the video, we talked about the abbreviation of this nuclear submarine, SSGN, but we didn't give the full transcript. And the full acronym is Ship Submarine Guided Nuclear. Nuclear. the Florida could be carrying Tomahawks with nuclear warheads. This is a clear signal from the U.S. If you attack Israel, we will not be afraid to start a nuclear war. What do you think about this? Write about it in your comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell not to miss new videos about modern weaponry. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.